Brought to you by DK Audio.
DK Audio presents The Vampire Book, read by Beth Eyre. What is a vampire? The name vampire arouses both fear and fascination. Traditionally a dead person who leaves the grave at night to suck the blood of the living, these creatures have taken many forms over the years. They all share some basic traits, however. They thirst for blood and have unusual powers and strengths. There are perils they must avoid, and signs give away their deadly secret. Vampires are forever. They are the undead, immortals who walk the earth undetected, seeking blood to sustain their unnatural existence. Their origins are lost in the midst of time. From the earliest civilizations, they have been whispered about in myth and legend. They have appeared in many guises. Ancient cultures all over the world feared spirits and demons that thirsted for blood and brought death and despair. In many places, these beings were strongly associated with witchcraft and sorcery. Chroniclers in the Middle Ages wrote of revenants, corpses rising from their graves to seek blood and spread misfortune. The folklore of Eastern Europe called them strigoi, and belief in these restless corpses was so strong that panic would overtake any community that suspected there was one in their midst. As word of these creatures spread, they were recast in the imagination of the 19th century writers and called vampires. These mindless monsters became the cruel but charismatic aristocrat of the Gothic novel. An enigmatic stranger with slick back hair and a long black cape, he had superhuman powers and sharp fangs, and became a favourite movie villain. But vampires continue to evolve. Possessing amazing powers and ethereal beauty, today's vampires walk a different path. They can fight their craving for human blood and blend in with human society. Highly accomplished, yet tormented and aloof, they hold a powerful appeal for those who guess their secret. Their legend may be as old as fear itself, but vampires continue to fascinate and thrill us to this day. This is their story. Creation. A vampire is born. There are three main ways of becoming a vampire: by birth, by death, or by bite. In folklore, the way a person entered the world and the way they lived, died, and were buried made the difference between eternal rest or eternal roaming. Today, it is the bite that counts. Sealed with a kiss. The modern method of vampire creation is the classic act of a vampire biting into their victim to feed. As they draw blood, the bite turns the victim into one of their kind. Typically, the vampire bites into an area of the body where a main artery is near the surface, usually the neck or wrist. Though in tales of folklore, it could also be on the thorax or above the heart. Two small puncture marks are the only evidence of the vampire's visit, but victims will soon notice telltale signs of their fate. Their breath starts to smell. They look pale, recoil from religious artifacts, and become more active at night. Most waste away until they die and are reborn as a new vampire. Sometimes the vampire's bite merely kills their victim, unless the victim also tastes the vampire's blood in return. Damned before birth. A baby may seem too innocent to be labelled a vampire even before it has drawn its first breath. But in the folklore of many parts of the world, pregnancy was fraught with danger. If the mother saw a black cat, ate too much salt, or was looked at by a witch, her baby was at risk of becoming a vampire. There were also other factors to worry a mother. If the baby was born the illegitimate child of an illegitimate child, the seventh son of a seventh son, or with teeth, too much hair, or a caul, membrane over its head, it was almost certainly destined for vampirism.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?